there, guys, it's Tina and I am back, and I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Now, during this lockdown, during the self-isolation, during the social distancing time, we have been cooking more at home, right? So I decided now was the perfect time to incorporate a cook with me video. I have done a couple of these before, you know, just sprinkle them here or there, because when I post my dishes and what I'm cooking on Instagram stories, a few of you reach out to me for recipes and then you ask me to do cooking videos. So although I know a lot of people don't watch these kinds of videos on my channel, I still think it's good to mix it in with my content and, you know, just give you something different to watch. And since we're all pretty much at home right now and we're all trying out our different recipes, we're all trying to cook our food ourselves because we're not going to restaurants and we're not eating out as much, it's the perfect time to try a recipe at home. And that's what I decided to do. So I love Thai curry, right? Absolutely love it. And I love seafood. I love shrimp, I love crab and all that good stuff. And I always order like green curry and yellow curry from my favorite Thai restaurant. I absolutely love it. But I've never actually tried to cook it myself. And I decided, hey, I'm gonna try it. Push comes to shove, it's not the most delicious, but you know, at least I tried. And it turned out to be absolutely phenomenal. I love this recipe. And I kind of put my own spin on a coconut curry recipe. I just looked it up, looked at what the ingredients were, and I'm like, all right, good, I'm gonna make it myself. So I'm gonna share with you my own home style coconut curry shrimp recipe. You know, I'm not a professional, it's not fancy, although my earrings say that. I'm no chef, you know. I'm just your everyday, I'm cooking at home for myself or whoever is coming over for dinner, right? But this recipe, I'm gonna pat myself on the back because it is freaking delicious, all right? So I'm gonna share with you how I make my coconut curry shrimp, and you guys tell me if you try it out and how it tastes, okay? Because it's so good. I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and show you how I make my coconut curry shrimp recipe. So to start out, we're gonna grab our shrimp, and the shrimp I'm using is frozen and they're raw, easy peel, shell on colossal size shrimp. So I have 13 to 15 jumbo shrimp in here. You can use fresh shrimp or you can use frozen shrimp, and you can use any size that you prefer. I would suggest using jumbo size or these colossal size. I prefer the bigger ones because they're just juicier and they hold a lot of flavor. Just make sure that you're getting raw shrimp and not pre-cooked shrimp for this specific recipe. I'm sure you can go ahead and use pre-cooked shrimp if you choose. The cooking time and method will of course need to be adjusted if you're using pre-cooked shrimp. So my shrimp are deveined, so I don't have to worry about cleaning them, and they have the easy peel shell. Now what I'm gonna do is remove the majority of the shell, especially the part with the tentacles on it, but I'm leaving the shell attached right at the very bottom of the tail. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the shell. Make sure that your shrimp is completely thawed and rinse it thoroughly in cool water. Alright, once we have our shrimp nice and ready to go, we're gonna add some seasoning to this. I have this fish seasoning from Grace that I like to add to my seafood recipes, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of that. Then I'm gonna add some seasoning salt. Now seasoning is very personal. It's up to you what you like in your food. I tend to use seasoning salt. I'll use garlic powder, I use onion powder. I'm gonna put a little bit of black pepper in here as well. You don't have to over season seafood though. And since it's a curry, you don't have to go crazy with the seasoning, but I'm gonna go ahead and just let this absorb some of that flavor and go ahead and prep the other ingredients. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the ingredients that we're gonna use for this dish. So I'm gonna grab a yellow onion, just a small to medium sized onion. I have a yellow potato. Of course, you're gonna wanna go ahead and grab some garlic. So I have 2 cloves. I have a Scotch bonnet pepper, so just any spicy pepper that you're comfortable with. And I have a couple of leftover bell peppers from another dish. So I have a half of a red pepper and then a green bell pepper. I'm also gonna grab some string beans. Peel your potato, peel your onion, wash your peppers and remove the seeds. Wash your garlic and your hot pepper. And of course, wash and clean your string beans. Then remove the stems of your string beans, of course. And cut any of the extremely long ones in 2s or 3s, depending on how big you want them. I'm just gonna cut some of the long ones, but I'm gonna maintain this longer size. I actually like having them a little bit longer. Then slice your onion, and you don't have to dice this onion, just slice it in thin strips. And I'm gonna actually keep it whole so that I can remove the onions, because I personally don't like eating onions. I love the flavor of onions in my food, and I always cook with onions, but I don't like actually eating the onions. I don't like the texture. So I cut them pretty big so they're easy to remove from the dish once I'm done cooking. And dice your potato into nice sized cubes. You don't want them too small because you don't want them to completely dissolve in the curry. You want the potatoes to thicken your curry, but you also want them to be visible once you're done, so you can eat your potato chunks. Then slice your peppers in long strips. So you just want to have thin strips that will cook in the sauce but not completely disappear again. And cut up as many as you want. It's up to you, like how much potato you include, how much green beans, how much green pepper. It's completely customizable. If you really love potatoes, you can add tons of potatoes. In fact, you can make the dish completely of potatoes, or you can add tofu and make it more of a vegetarian or vegan option. I think vegetarians eat fish still, right? Am I mistaken? So shrimp would be included. I'm not sure. Maybe that's pescatarian, but just customize your meal however you wish, like whatever works best for you. So I'm gonna cut all of this up because it's gonna go to waste if I don't use it right now. So I'm just gonna dice all the red and green peppers up. Then dice your garlic, and I dice my garlic pretty thinly and pretty small because I want this to marinate in the sauce and not leave chunks behind. So I try to dice it up as small as I can. And then slice your hot pepper up. I love a lot of pepper, so I'm gonna put a lot in this, especially with a shrimp dish. It's a curry dish. I want it to be very spicy. Remember, you don't have to go this spicy, just include the amount of spice that you can handle. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and grab our final ingredients and start cooking. This is a Dutch pot style pot that I got from one of the Jamaican stores. Like, let me live, okay? This is where I saute everything. I'm gonna grab my oil. What I use is organic coconut cooking oil. Even though it says unflavored, I still feel like it adds a little bit of coconut flavor to my dishes, and I love that taste. I have my coconut milk, so I'm using coconut milk powder. So you just add water to this and create your own coconut milk. And then of course I have my curry powder. I'm using Jamaican style curry powder. You can use yellow curry or green curry for this. This curry powder is more like a yellow curry. So I'm gonna turn the stove on like a low heat, add some of my coconut oil to the pot. Make sure that it completely coats the bottom of the pot. And then we're gonna allow this to heat up just a bit. And we're gonna start out with the garlic. Saute the garlic and the peppers. The hot peppers, that is. So we're gonna go ahead and saute our garlic and pepper. I don't want to burn my garlic, so I keep moving it around in the pot. And then I'll go in and add in the onions, and we'll saute those until they're nice and soft as well. I don't want them to get too soft though, because again, I remove my onions from the dish, but I want them to add that flavor to the curry. Then we're gonna go ahead and mix my coconut milk. So I'm gonna grab some of the coconut powder, just in a little bowl. Then we'll add the water and just whisk it so that it becomes a coconut milk. And now that our onions are a little bit more sauteed and softened, we're gonna throw in our potatoes. and we'll add the coconut milk to that. And I'm gonna add a little bit more water and then add the powder. So you can keep adding the coconut milk powder and water just to get the amount of fluid that you need. So I need this to completely cover the potatoes so they can soften and cook down a bit before we go in with the other ingredients. So I'm gonna go ahead and allow this to simmer and cook those potatoes for a bit, about 5 minutes or so. Oh yeah, she bubbling, she bubbling. Keep stirring. Don't make it stick to the pot. All right, so we're about 5 minutes in, so I'm gonna add the other ingredients. So the green peppers, the red peppers, and the string beans. And we'll fold that into the coconut milk mixture with the potatoes and allow that to saute some more. I'm gonna cover the pot and just allow it to simmer. All right, so, ooh, looky look. So we have our saute going on. The thing about coconut milk is it can curdle a little bit, so just make sure you keep whisking it around, stirring it around so it mixes in with the juices in the pot. And I think those ingredients are pretty tender right now. So what I am going to do is grab my curry powder, and I'm going to add in the curry powder now and stir that in. Oh, I wish you could smell this because it smells so good right now. And I think that is a nice color of curry, and that's good. And then you can add in the shrimp. Ooh. All right, now let's go ahead and stir the shrimp all in. Oh yeah, babe, this looks so pretty. The red pepper, the green pepper, the string beans, the shrimp. Oh, it's such a pretty dish, and it's so aromatic right now with the onions and the garlic. It smells so good. So we're gonna allow this to simmer some more. You can add some more coconut milk if you need to, but for now, yeah, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more coconut milk and then cover the pot and allow the shrimp to cook, which doesn't take very long for shrimp to cook. Then I'm gonna add a little bit more of the curry just because we added some more of that coconut milk. And I'll add a little bit more garlic powder. And I can't seem to do anything without some adobo seasoning. The key is to just season to your taste. So I like my food to have a lot of seasoning. I need flavor. And with curry, I feel like you definitely need to add flavor. So I'm just gonna add the different flavors, and it smells delicious right now. You have no idea. And let's taste it a little bit. Oh my god, that tastes amazing. It's like the right level of spice. I might even add, no, I think that's yeah, that's the right level of spice. Let's go ahead and let that simmer for another 5 to 7 minutes. Oh yeah, baby. You don't want to overcook the shrimp. You want to make sure that they're cooked all the way through and they're tender. But if you overcook them, they can get tough and rubbery. So you need to keep testing the tenderness of your shrimp, but still make sure that it's cooked all the way through. Now, I saw a trick once online that said if it curls into a C, then it's cooked. But then if it curls all the way around like this, then it's not cooked. But I don't find that to be true because my shrimp isn't cooked until it's like all the way curled into a circle. But I don't want it to get too tight. So I'm gonna uncover the pot and allow the sauce to thicken up now and turn the flame up just so we can get a hard boil or a hard sizzle here. And that's gonna evaporate some of that water and allow the sauce to thicken up because the shrimp is pretty much cooked right now. And all we need is for the sauce to thicken up. So we're gonna allow that to simmer. All right, so I added a couple more potatoes and I added some more pepper.
I added more potatoes.
So I went ahead and added some more potatoes and a bit more pepper because we want it spicy. And it's really simmering down now. And we have a nice thick sauce. Now, I don't want the sauce to get too thick because then if you eat leftovers, it gets too clumpy. So I'm gonna leave the sauce as it is right now. I lowered the flame quite a bit. So we're gonna check the tenderness of the potatoes that were just added, and they're still a little bit harder, so they need to be cooked some more. So I'm gonna lower the flame and allow it to cook just for a few more minutes. Not too many though, because again, I don't want the sauce to get too thick. All right, let's see what we got going on. All the steam, all of it. So here we go. This looks so good, it smells so good, oh my God. So yeah, now we're ready to eat. Grab your white rice and let's go. Guys, so like I said, this is freaking delicious and I want you to try this out because it's a really easy recipe. It's kind of foolproof. It's really simple. There's not too much to it at all, and I think just about anybody can do this. It's really easy, and you can substitute different ingredients, like however you season your shrimp, that's up to you. And for the powdered coconut milk, you don't have to use that specific one. You can use any one that you find in your local grocery store, or you can buy the canned coconut milk. Just make sure you have enough cans available just in case you want to make the sauce a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe, this cook with me video. And if you did, definitely hit the like, leave me a comment so I'll know to keep doing recipes like this, like quick, easy ones that anyone can do. I know people have been asking me for more complicated recipes like rice and peas and oxtail, like Jamaican style recipes. Curry goat, oxtail, rice and peas are a little bit more intricate. They're a little bit more involved, and if you try to make them, you'll probably fail your first few times, because that's what happened to me. And I can try to like teach you guys how to make it, but I think those recipes, they're just, I don't know, they're all individual. Like everybody makes it differently. The same overall idea is there, but they're a little bit different for each person. I can try to do that for you guys, but you know, we'll see how it goes depending on how many people want me to do that. So if you do, just leave the comment down below again and thumbs up the video. And yeah, that's it. I will leave the recipe, like the ingredients, down below. Again, feel free to tweak it because it's up to you. Like, what's your preference? How do you like your food to taste? It's all personalized, right? So I will leave the details down below. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me and for this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.